This is my second bookshelf, but I've only filled half of it. This other half is just filled with other stuff. But these are the books. First here I have a L.J. Smith shelf, just as I had a Rick Riordan shelf in my first bookshelf. And then I first have the Vampire Diaries series, and it's Volume 1, The Awakening and the Struggle. And then it's Volume 2, The Fury and the Reunion. Book 5, The Return, Nightfall. Book 6, The Return, Shadow Souls. And Book 7, The Return, Midnight. And here is the second volume, but in Swedish. I have the first volume too, but my sister is reading it. And then there's The Secret Circle, Volume 1, containing The Initiation and the Captive Part 1, and Volume 2, containing The Captive Part 2 and The Power. And then I have the first two books in the Stephen's Diaries. So it's Stephen's Diaries Volume 1, Origins, and Volume 2, Bloodlust. And I have the first 3 books in the Night World series, but these are Swedish editions, and these are the only 3 that has been released in Sweden. First it's Secret Vampire, then it's Daughters of Darkness, and then it's Spellbinder. And here on this shelf it's only paperbacks, so I'm gonna start here. It's Fire Spell by Chloe Neill. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah. And then I have 2 books that hasn't been translated into English. It's Den femte dottern and Det viskande barnet, like the fifth daughter and the whispering child, by Mårten Sandén. And the first 3 books in the Wicked Lovely series, because these are the only 3 that has been translated into Swedish and published in paperbacks so far. So it's Wicked Lovely, Ink Exchange, and Fragile Eternity. And here I have the Tokyo Mew Mew a la mode, and a book that hasn't been translated from Swedish. It's Djävulens märke, The Devil's Mark, by Magnus Nordin. Witch Child by Celia Rees. Ondvinter hasn't been translated to English either, by Anders Björkelid. And then I have The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. Elsas Mode by Sophie Farman. This hasn't been translated into English, but like Elsa's fashion. Gårdshuset and Skogen som Gud glömde by Annika Luther. These haven't been translated into English either. Not that I couldn't find them on Goodreads at least. And The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. All 5 books in 1 volume, so it's really thick. I'm scared to read it. And lastly on this bookshelf I have The Chronicles of Ancient Darkness by Michelle Paver. And these are Swedish too, and it's Wolf Brother. The second one is Spirit Walker. Third one is Soul Eater. Fourth one, Outcast. And the fifth one is Oathbreaker. And lastly, it's Ghost Hunter. And my third and final bookshelf is a Twilight shelf. Yes, I know I'm crazy, you don't have to tell me. But here I have Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse and Breaking Dawn in these special Christmas edition books. And those are in English. And then I have these in English. It's just normal paperbacks. And so it's Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, The Short Second Life of Britannia and Breaking Dawn. And this is Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, The Short Second Life of Britannia, Breaking Dawn, and the official guide, but in Swedish hardback. This behind the scenes of Twilight movie book thing with tons of pictures and stuff. The Twilight graphic novel, volume 1 and 2. And Twilight and History. So this one and the behind the scenes of Twilight book are the only ones that Stephenie Meyer hasn't written. This one several authors have written, and this one is by Catherine Hardwicke. So those are my books, and yeah, bye!